What are JD Vance, Tulsi Gabbard? I don't think can even get into the White House anymore.
She's tweeting aloha from Hawaii, doing nothing.
Oh my God!
What a joke!
Just sitting around waiting to get fired.
At this point, what a joke of a person. Can we say that?
Yes.
All of these people, what are you
doing?
Disgust me. You disgust me.
Hey everybody, this is Troy over at Uncomfortable Truths. Thanks for checking me out. So our boy over at Breaking Points has finally just cut ties completely, and he's saying what we've all known for a while at this point, and that is that it isn't only Donald Trump that is the problem over there in the Trump administration. It's all of these other people that we've also put our trust in that have completely let us down. Because if there was ever a time to stand up to Donald Trump and say, no, this is a horrible idea, it's right now with what he's doing, trying to drag us into war with Iran. And honestly, guys, going around and saying that you're going to wipe an entire civilization off of the map is probably not a good way to actually get a peace deal. But the important thing for Trump isn't to get a peace deal, because bro doesn't care about that. Couldn't care less. And I'm glad to see Saagar and other people on the right finally just calling this for what it is. Because where's Tulsi Gabbard? Tulsi ran over and over again on the idea that she was going to make sure that we weren't in more wars. But right now, all she's doing is licking Trump's boots and saying, yeah, I'm just going to go along with whatever he says. That's completely unacceptable. And it's good that Saagar's actually losing his mind over this, because we all should. This is completely unacceptable. So let's take a look and hear a little bit more about what's going on from Saagar's point of view.
Look, I'm a cynical person, Ryan. We talked about it many times. Even this, this is sick. The world is on a precipice of disaster, potential nuclear weapons use. These motherfuckers are sitting in their offices thinking about running for office. Oh, you think you're running for office? After this, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I can to make sure you don't get a single inch closer to power. Now, I'm nobody, all right, but maybe enough people together will be something.
The entire world agrees with you and is going to row with you, yes.
Now, love him or hate him, Saagar's 100% right on this one. Because if you don't have the courage to stand up and say, you know what? Maybe it isn't okay to wipe off an entire civilization of people that haven't attacked us and didn't instigate the fight and weren't threatening us. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't go ahead and kill all of the women, civilian, all the men. There's no reason for us to be in this war with Iran. And for people like Tulsi Gabbard, who made their entire career running against these wars, for her to sit there and be a coward and not say anything is absolutely pathetic. And the same thing's true of JD Vance and all of these bench sitters that are over here acting like Donald Trump is God's gift to earth. He's not. He's been a terrible president this term, and there is no way that we should let these things happen, because Donald Trump, just like the rest of his administration, is just another neocon. He is the worst of all of them, because even George W. Bush didn't actually go and attack Iran, because it's absolutely crazy. It doesn't serve America's interests. And let's be honest, guys, if anything, Saagar's going too easy on these people. These people should not only not be elected into office and shouldn't have careers, these people should be in jail, because what they've done is completely deceive the American people in order to drag us into an unnecessary and unprovoked war of choice. That's absolutely crazy, but that's par for the course. Take a look at this drop site article, and we'll talk a little bit about what's going on with Trump and what he's actually saying about how we should deal with Iran, because it's insane. All right, so here's the drop site article. If you want to read the whole thing, the link's in the description. If you can, go ahead and give them a couple bucks, because they're doing amazing journalism. And frankly, there's not enough people who are actually going out and doing this kind of journalism. So help them out if you can. But what Trump said was a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, guys, this is ridiculous, and it's not true. We don't have even partial regime change, because the person who was replaced by the Ayatollah that we killed was his son. And the son is more aggressive against the United States than the father was. And I suspect that killing multiple members of his family and decimating a lot of his country and attacking them and bringing them into this horrible situation probably hasn't softened him up to be more friendly to the United States. So this is just a complete Trump lie. But he says where different, smarter, and less radical minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world, 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death, will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran. So think about how absurd what Donald Trump is saying actually is. He thinks you are so stupid that you're going to believe that his intention on bombing Iran and killing at least tens of thousands of Iranians, destroying their infrastructure, and like he said, wiping their civilization off of the earth so that it never rises again, he thinks that's going to endear the Iranian people to the American cause, and they're going to overthrow their own government. Guys, that is insane if you believe that. Do you think that if somebody came to your home, bombed all of the civilian infrastructure, destroyed the bridge, killed your kids, killed your parents, and you were left, that all of a sudden you're going to be on that person's side? No. No, that's not what's going to happen. You know that's not going to happen. And anybody who's out there pushing this Trump lie is a complete and total puppet. They are pathetic and they should be treated with contempt, because that's the point we're at, guys. You have to have a line in the sand. And you know, it should be really easy to say, I'm not going to commit war crimes against a country that didn't attack me and wasn't threatening me right up until I attacked them for an unprovoked reason. It should be really easy to say which side of the line that's on, don't you think? Because this isn't really that complicated, guys. It is not in America's interest to be going to war with Iran the way that we have. There is no benefit to America whatsoever. And the people that are around Trump letting this happen shouldn't be let off the hook. They're absolutely horrendous war criminals, just like John Bolton, and they should be treated with nothing but contempt and hatred. It is disgusting what we are letting happen, and Saagar is 100% right to treat these people with contempt that they deserve.
Tulsi, JD, all these other people, yeah, all right.
You got 12 hours, guys.
No,
like
no.
10. You got 10 hours.
Fuck
like
that.
get it together.
Fuck you at this point.
Yeah, all these politicians can go to hell. Just like Tulsi Gabbard, JD Vance, and anyone else who is saying that Trump was going to actually be a candidate of peace. And now that he's out there talking about doing war crimes openly, they've got nothing to say. No, if you're somebody like that, get out of politics. You don't belong in it. And honestly, you should do a little bit of self-reflection, because it is a monstrous thing to say that you're going to attack civilians that didn't attack you, especially when it's literally not even going to benefit the people that you are supposed to serve. Get out of here with that, because right now we're seeing the entire world order crumble in a way that is going to put America way behind other countries. China is already literally more popular than America. Now let that sit with you for a second. We have the Chinese that completely surpassed us, and this was 100% avoidable. All we had to do was not be crazy. And the uncomfortable truth is, guys, that Trump and all of his sycophants, they couldn't even meet that simple bar. So let's stop kidding ourselves, and let's be honest about the fact that what we're dealing with is somebody who is an absolute war criminal and needs to be shunned and not taken seriously. So that's the uncomfortable truth here today, guys. Do me a favor, hit like and subscribe, and go ahead and share the uncomfortable truths. Take care, everybody.